Hey, what's going on, guys? We're still on day one of our family trip. We're taking a trip across the country. I'm not sitting in the house anymore. Screw that. But I wanted you to think about something right quick. This whole thing with Biden and, you ain't black, stuff like that. One of the things you got to be real careful about black people is that part of the reason that people make comments like that about you is because they don't respect you. They don't respect your unity. They don't respect your strength. They don't respect the fact that they don't think that you're the kind of people who are willing to negotiate to get what you want. You spend more time. It's like a competitive sport. Michael Jordan used to dominate a lot of players because some of the players, the young guys, would be so busy admiring him and wanting to be his friend that they didn't understand that it was a competition, and he used that to their advantage. So white supremacy does that to you as well. They know that you want to be accepted. They know that you want to be liked. They know that you want to fit in. They know that you've been trying to integrate for 50 years in a highly unsuccessful fashion. So they use that against you. And so when Biden makes a comment like, if you can't see why you should vote for me over Trump, then you ain't black. That's his way of saying, I don't respect you. I know you ain't got nowhere to go. I know that your people are weak. I know that I can define what it means to be black. And so, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you to do what's best for you. But one thing I'll tell you about this too is, if you really want to talk about what freedom looks like, some of us think we want freedom, but most of us don't want freedom. Most of us just want like a better, more comfortable version of slavery, right? Some of us want freedom. Some of us want a more comfortable version of slavery. And the thing about freedom is that, when you have those hard negotiations, anytime you have a difficult negotiation with another party, you got to be willing to come to the table and give something up. You got to be willing to come to the table and let them know that you're serious. You got to be willing to let the house burn down, let the baby fall out with the bathwater, let the whole situation fall apart, walk away from the table, because every election, what the Democrats are kind of doing is they're playing chicken with the black community. They're like, okay, well, you could sit out this election, but then you're going to have to deal with Trump, or then you're going to have to deal with the Republicans, and then you're going to have to deal with this, you're going to have to deal with that. Your people are going to get in trouble. Your people are going to have all these problems. And the thing is that a lot of us are scared. You have two types of black people who are scared and black people who are not scared. The ones who are scared, they have one go-to move. They have only one go-to move, and that go-to move is, I'm going to agree with you that Biden is abusive and disrespectful, but at least he's better than Trump. At least he's better than Trump. At least he's better than Trump. And if you noticed, one thing I liked about Charlemagne's response to Biden is he said, this ain't about Trump. This is about getting something for my community. And what was going on in that statement was that was an implicit negotiation, saying, we do know that we have a choice. You will never tell us that we don't have a choice. Our slavery is a choice. Our choice is we could sit out the election and let you have another 4 years of Donald Trump. Unless you come correct for the black community. And so, if you're going to negotiate, you can't negotiate when you have no leverage. You can't negotiate when you're scared. You can't negotiate if you're scared to walk away from the table and don't have the guts to do that. A good negotiation requires you to have the ability to walk away from the table if you don't get what you want. So black people have to ask themselves this question: are you willing to walk away from the table? That's it. Because the minute that they realize that you're serious enough that you will walk away from the table, that's when you'll start to notice their behavior changes. You see it happen in relationships all the time. You guys have seen that. You've seen maybe a woman who complains every day about her man and says he don't treat her right, and you shouldn't be doing this to me, and that ain't right, and this is abusive, and blah blah blah. And he listens, but he doesn't really pay attention because he knows at the end of the day she's still gonna make sure his bath is warm, that his food is cooked, and that his kids are taken care of, and he knows she ain't going nowhere. But the day that she is willing to walk away from the table, that's when everything changes. When he comes home and sees a note on the kitchen table, and he's looking for her, like, where you at? And she says, oh, I'm at my mama's house, and I got a date tomorrow night. That's what will make him change his behavior. So the Democratic Party, it's as simple as that. I'm not telling you guys what to do at all. I'm just telling you why I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote because I'm not happy with the deal that I'm getting. And until I'm happy with that deal, I don't care. You could put Satan himself in the White House, and I'm going to be like, well, that's your problem. Y'all going to have to deal with all of that. Because honestly, I don't notice a difference in the status of the community economically, educationally, or otherwise, no matter who's in the office. You know, it's all about aesthetics and symbolism and what feels good. But if you look at the statistics, there's no difference in terms of black people's status under Trump versus under Obama. It's not that much difference. You still a nigga. You still a nigga. So just stop it, you know. So I'm not telling you what to do, but I am telling you what I'm doing. I'm not endorsing either candidate. I'm endorsing black people. That's where I'm gonna be until they come correct. If they can't come correct, I ain't got time for you. That's my 2 cents. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.